What is going on, Daily Cocktail fam? How are we doing tonight? How is everybody feeling? Probably wondering why I've got the garb on tonight. I've got my pink on. It kind of looks like red though. I've got my LA hat, and we are ready to have some fun this evening because we are going to be doing an interview with the one and only DJ Rocko. But before we get there, I want to welcome everybody and introduce everybody to the Daily Cocktail. Thank you so much to anybody that's here for the first time. It's amazing to have everybody on. We are a cocktail stream and a mixology show that not only do we make homemade cocktails, signature cocktails, anything you can find in your fridge, cocktails from the books. Last week we did T-Pain cocktails, but we do a little bit of everything here. And we also interview amazing, amazing people, from streamers to DJs to entrepreneurs. We have a plethora of people that we love to come on the show. And tonight is a night like no other, where we get the pleasure of interviewing an absolutely incredible DJ and human being, I have to say, because he is really awesome and I'm excited to bring him on. But what's going on? How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good Tuesday? It's weird. It's like we're gearing up for it. October happened. October was like it never even, like, we got to Halloween. They already had Thanksgiving stuff up. Costco had Christmas stuff up. And it's like Thanksgiving is like a day away. And before we know it, it'll be Christmas, and then it'll be New Year's, and it'll be 2022. And I can't believe it. Like, it's hard to kind of think about and rationale and be like, oh my gosh, I can't like really believe that it's going to be Christmas in a month, or a little bit more than a month. But we got a lot of people going on in the chat. Savy D, what's going on? Cisco Kid, how are you doing? Sweetest Ash, how are you? It's great to see you in the chat. We have DJ Rocko chatting it up too. So it's just great to see everybody. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming through tonight. But super excited. A couple of things before we bring on our incredible guest. So we are going to be streaming, I think, again tomorrow night, because Thursday, unfortunately, I am not going to be doing the stream. I have a private event. I've been working a couple of private events, which has been a lot of fun. And it looks like that, for the cocktail world and people that want to do at home cocktails and do at-home catering events. I've been partnering with an incredible company called Seasoned Plates down here in San Diego, and working with them has been incredible. So we might not have a show Thursday, but we're not having a show Thursday, but we might have a show tomorrow. And then we have Thanksgiving coming up, but we have some really great opportunities coming up in terms of deals. So if you go on to the Instagram page and you click on the link in my bio, you'll have all of the social media streams, everything there, the YouTube channel, TikTok. I've been having a lot of fun with TikTok. That's been my new thing, enjoying that. I've made some really fun ones. And then also we have some great partnerships. We have a partnership with Popple. So if anybody doesn't know, it's a great way to network and share your information contactlessly. So instead of just handing somebody your phone and being like, hey, here's my phone, it's a great like NFC thing. So go and check it out. All the details are on my page, as well as for anybody that doesn't drink. And I know it's a cocktail stream and we talk mixology, but then everyone's like, you're talking non-alcoholic items. For all of my non-alcoholic drinkers, I really want you to take a look at Athletic Brewing. So I've partnered with Athletic Brewing, and they are one of the #1 non-alcoholic beers, and they're actually made down here in San Diego, and they are absolutely amazing. I have a couple in my fridge right now. They're delicious. They're super good. But if you don't drink, that is okay. Ask for something non-alcoholic. And if you want to just like feel part of the crowd, it's okay. Grab one of the Athletic Brewing cans, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. But check it out. All the links are in my bio. Okay, so enough of me chatting. I can't say enough of me chatting, because the person that I'm going to bring on, we're gonna chat as well. So one more quick thing before we go. Next Monday, we're gonna be doing an IRL stream from Collins and Coop. So this is not a plug or anything, but Collins and Coop is one of the premier bar essential supply stores down here in San Diego, and we are going to be doing a stream in their store with everything that you could imagine. They have bitters, they have bar stuff, they have glassware, anything and everything you can imagine. Water's hot. Mrs. Cocktail walked into the room. She says, hi, family. How's everybody? You only had one shot earlier. Well, we do a welcome shot when you come on, so I hope you're ready, Rocko. It's okay to be sober. Sober is good. Are you doing a sober November? Put a 1 in the chat if you're doing a sober November. Mrs. Cocktail just said boo. But we're doing a live stream from there next Tuesday. So you definitely want to check them out. And again, link is in the social, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make a punch. And a punch is really fun too, because it's something that you could possibly do with these upcoming holidays and make a punch if you're doing a Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving, but all of that good stuff. All right, let's get to the fun. Enough of me talking. Let me bring in somebody else that's going to do some of the talking. So the guy that I'm about to bring in, I really want to say he needs no introduction. He's one of the reasons why I'm wearing pink right now. I've always said, it's never a bad time to wear pink. But I remember the first time I met him, and we're going to talk about this on stream, was when he was doing a 24-hour stream. And that was absolutely hysterical. Like, I was watching him go, and I remember tuning out and then tuning back in. He was still going strong. But this guy is a family man, a photographer. I'm interested to ask him about that. A tattoo collector. Same. He's a nerd, and he has the Deathly Hallows symbol in his bio. So I'm going to ask him about that. He's got over 5,000 followers on Twitch. He's got even more than that on Instagram. And I'm super excited to learn more about this guy. So without further ado, everybody in the chat, everyone's here. I want to welcome the one and only DJ Rocko to the stream. What's going on, brother? Oh, no. I can't hear you. Hold on. Yep.
There we go. Okay, that was on me.
There we go.
That was on me.
No problem. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. We had to kind of finagle this a little bit, so if it sounds kind of off, the audio's off, I apologize, but we're good. I'm talking to you guys right here at the camera. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm excited to do this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. I maybe should have had a shot before the welcome shot, so kind of calm me down a little bit. But I'm here. I'm excited and looking forward to doing this.
I'm so excited. I made sure that I went to find my pink shirt, and I had to find I don't have a lot of LA gear, but
most people in San Diego don't, so it's excused. It's okay. I get it. You guys have your own team. Sorry. It's not LA, but it's okay.
This is sacrilegious for me wearing another team's hat since I'm a Yankee fan.
Okay. Yeah.
But I remember there was an artist based in LA. I forget his name, but he made this hat with the upside down LA.
I've seen that before, and I can't remember who I've seen it from.
And I was like, I just want to get that just so I could have like an LA something. And I was like, okay, I got to wear this on stream for you. For my fellow brother in pink. But it's upside down LA, so I love it.
That's all good. I love that.
Brother, welcome to the show. It's great to have you.
Thank you very much.
We've been talking about doing this for months, and we haven't had a chance to really connect on it. So I'm just glad that we're both here, and we're going to make a really awesome cocktail for you that I'm playing with a couple things and I was really happy with the outcome for this, and I hope you like it too. Did you make it beforehand or no?
No, I haven't had a chance to make it yet. I'm definitely. I know that you had mentioned Repo, and I went to like 3 different stores looking for a pepper infused Repo, and I couldn't find one.
We're gonna do it.
I found a Blanco, and everyone that I talked to, they're like, this ghost pepper one, this ghost pepper one, this ghost pepper one. I was like, all right, there's no Repo. Let's try this Blanco. Let's see how this does. Let's see how it works. And God help me, I'm not the greatest when it comes to spicy too much. And ghost pepper, I know, can be a bit on the heavier side.
Okay.
So I'm kind of excited and I'm a little nervous to really give this a try, and I'm looking forward to seeing and praying that it comes out well.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was going to tell you, I wish you had let me know. We're going to actually infuse, I'll show you tonight on stream, we're going to infuse the Reposado. So you could have just gotten.
See, I thought it was okay.
That's why I was like, get red pepper. We're gonna do it. I
didn't see. Okay, so
all good.
In all fairness, I was looking for an infused Repo already. You didn't say anything about us infusing the repo. Okay, so there we go.
We're
I will tell you right now. We're gonna try this.
Sweetest Ash is like, I'm here for this disaster. This is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, she is.
She's like, you have no idea. Just wait. We're gonna do the infusion on stream. We're gonna do. I mean, the tequila sounds really good.
It does. Honestly, I've never heard of this. It's 100% agave azul, ghost blanco spicy.
Open it up and open it up and smell it for me. Hold on. I wanna. I put you on.
Ooh, I love that.
Oh yeah, the cork pop. Is it spicy? Does it tickle the nostril?
A little bit, yes. A little bit. It smells good.
Okay. Nice.
It smells good. I'm not gonna lie. No, Savvy, not ripple, repo. Like reposado.
Reposado. You gotta roll that out. Reposado.
Reposado. Repo.
Oh, I know. This is just gonna be so much fun. All right. We need to take a shot. We gotta do a welcome shot.
So I was gonna do a shot of my Don Julio that I have already in the freezer, but we did that earlier. But because I've never tasted this and I don't want to taste this mixed with the strawberry and everything else, we're gonna do a straight shot of this. And I've never had this. So you're about to see my live reaction of something we're about to use, or I'm about to use anyway. And God help me.
we're gonna put him on the big screen for this one because anybody that's here, you've all seen me like take a shot. So I want to see you take a shot of this.
All right, here we go. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good, and
yes. I love it.
I'm honestly considering that as a next Harry Potter tattoo. So,
dude, I actually want a Deathly Hallows tattoo. I'm not, no lie. I've been binge watching the movies with the kids, and I'm like, ooh, yes.
All
right. Cheers.
Yes, it is chilled. I saw Cisco asking if it's chilled. Yes, it is. All right, here we go. Hey, over there, sir. Hold on, because I have one of the dogs over here about to come knock my camera over. Go over there. All right, here we go.
Cheers, brother. Let's do
Cheers.
it.
Thank you.
Welcome to Daily Cocktail.
Woo! Oh yeah. I can feel the chops and the kicks and everything.
Can you feel the insides getting warm?
Yes, I'm feeling it right here.
I love it.
Oh, right there.
That is awesome. Ooh, it's like it's got a nice.
I'm not gonna lie though, this is actually, aside from the spiciness,
yeah,
like I got the chills from it. This is good.
Nice.
This is good. It goes down really smooth.
I like it.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. That was not a small shot, Savvy. That was like right there. Savvy over here being crazy.
Let's jump in because I'm excited, and I think we want to give the people what they came for. So let's go right in. So we'll start off with an easy one, and we're gonna work our way up.
All right.
So this has nothing to do with DJing. Tell us about yourself. Where are you from? Tell us about your background, your family, and then just give us a little backstory to DJ Rocko.
All right. I am originally from Los Angeles. That's the reason for the constant repping of LA. I mean, I love my Dodgers, but I'm originally from LA. Lived there for 14 years. Moved to Phoenix, Arizona. Was there for 18 years. And now I'm here in Dallas. Been here for 8.5 years.
Wow. What brought you to Dallas?
Family. My dad was from El Salvador. And my mom is from Guatemala, Central America. And I'm the oldest. So my mom married twice. I'm the only kid from that marriage. And I have 3 younger sisters, and I have a younger brother, and I have a stepbrother. So I'm the oldest out of everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Wow. So being that you have a very diverse background, you lived in a lot of places.
Yes.
What was your favorite food growing up?
Favorite food? Aside from cereal? Honestly, okay, so for breakfast, I think breakfast has always been my favorite. And it has a huge tie-in to growing up with my mom and even my stepdad, who was from from Honduras, our biggest thing, and I've mentioned this in our chat a bunch of times because we always talk about food. Scrambled eggs, of course, but black beans. But it's not just like whole black beans. It's basically blended, then into a frying pan with sour cream or Salvadorian cream, queso fresco, either a tortilla or the bolillos, basically the big breads. They look like they're individual like French breads, but they're shaped almost like a football. And to me, and the plátano frito, because that was always my go-to, is fried plantain. The longer you let it ripen, the sweeter and the more amazing and delicious it becomes. So for me, growing up, aside from getting pupusas here and there with the family, and even during the holidays, my mom would make all of that for breakfast, but she would make the Central American tamales. So we would have the tamales along with everything else that was made before. So for me, it was always breakfast. And even to this day, I still prefer breakfast over anything else. I feel like I don't start the day properly if I don't have a breakfast food, and it has to be like bacon, eggs, sausage, just something along those lines. Because to me, that's the day starter. Either that or oatmeal. I love oatmeal. That's always one of my go-tos as well.
So all of that or oatmeal.
Yeah, honestly.
By the way, I'm going to leave the stream running, and I'm going to fly to your house because I want to wake up in the morning and eat all of this.
Oh, believe me, I love being able to just, like, I live by myself. It's just me and my two dogs. And because of my dieting, and although right now it's not really showing, but when I was dieting, I would have a cheat day, and that was my breakfast. I would get up, just get a quick shake in, go to the gym, knock it out. And I'm like, okay, today's my cheat day. And on my cheat day, I did that big of a breakfast. I've actually had the pleasure of making that breakfast for someone special that's in the chat right now. And it was very different for her because she's never had that. And she experienced it. And I love that she got to experience that with me, and I got to make that for her. And that was definitely one of the big things for me. I'm like, yes, I love cooking breakfast. Breakfast is my go-to.
That's awesome. And I'm going to tell you, it's funny. I used to work in Washington, D.C., and I was the director of housekeeping at a hotel in D.C. And one of my housekeepers, she was El Salvadorian, and
nice.
She would pretty much bring exactly what you said to work with her when she would come in, and she would always bring a plate for me. and I blame her for contributing to my weight gain when I was working there. But I love all of that. And then they would bring me pupusas with all the right slaw and everything. Like, I gotta tell you, it's hard to find a pupusa in San Diego, but
really, no. Okay, no, I've seen. There's I don't remember the name, but I know that the restaurant went viral in San Diego. From San Diego, I'm gonna have to find it because I haven't been to San Diego in about 2.5 years, almost 3 years now.
Okay.
But I was literally in and out for the day. But I went for a meeting and I went to go relax by the beach, and then I came home the next morning. So I didn't get a chance to really go out and do everything I wanted to do. There's a coffee shop I want to check out in San Diego too, but I haven't gotten around to it. But I saw that there's a really good Salvadorian restaurant. I just need to find it again. I know it exists out there somewhere, and I'm determined to find it.
I love it. So wait, okay, so hold on. All of that food, what was your favorite cereal growing up?
My favorite cereal? Okay. I have like maybe 4 or 5. Honestly.
Top 2.
Like my go-tos, my always, even now, my go-tos are Fruity Pebbles, Crunch Berries, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Golden Grams, or Corn Pops.
All right, seriously, to anybody in the chat that doesn't know what Golden Grams are or Corn Pops, you are too young to be in this chat.
I would hope. Here's the thing: is I would hope with the family that's in here right now, I would hope that they all know what that is.
Oh my God, I
I
really hope
mentioned
they
it
do.
a few times in the chat. We discussed food
Because you got to remember too,
frequently in the chat.
when we were growing up and you were watching like Saturday morning cartoons, the only other thing that you would see would be commercials for cereal.
Yes,
That was
absolutely.
it. Commercials for cereal. I remember, what was it? Smacks.
Yes.
With the police. It was like the dog or something, like some. It was like one of the things that I remember so vividly about that.
Yep.
Or one of my go-tos besides Fruity Pebbles. Do you remember Rice Krispie Treats cereal?
Yes.
I want to
Now
find it.
I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Do you remember Urkel O's?
Oh my God. Well, if I remember Urkel O's, then you definitely remember TGIF. And waiting around to watch TGIF on Fridays, watch
Okay.
Urkel, and then watch dinosaurs.
Oh my dude, I love dinosaurs. I love that. I was even though I was a mini Rocko, I still remember I was sad the way they ended the show. I was
I
like,
know.
I was older. I was older by this time, but it's like you get the reality that hits you. Like this show is not going to get a happy ending because the dinosaurs don't live. They don't survive as a whole. So damn, if we're going to go completely dark on this entire show on the ending, I guess that's kind of what happens.
Yeah. Not the mama.
Yes, I love it. Not the mama.
I want to ask the chat.
It's funny because we would go. My mom would pick me up from school. We would go grocery shopping. We would come home. I'd help her unload the bags and everything. I would have string cheese, and she would make dinner and everything. I would literally be at the foot of my bed like this, eating my string cheese, and it's Friday, TGIF. This was my go-to all the time. Just sitting there, laying at the foot of my bed, eating string cheese, watching TGIF.
Love it.
I loved it. I loved it. It was those mini Rocko memories are amazing.
I know, and those are the best ones. It's like remembering all those like those kid memories when you were growing up. And it's funny, like having kids too. You think about it and you're like, man, there are things that I think today's generation are gonna miss because they don't have that. It's like you can just stream whatever you want, but they have yet to put on Thundercats. I've not seen Thundercats onto a platform yet.
I've seen mock-ups and Photoshop and just like variations of what a potential live action Thundercats can look like. Unfortunately, those actors are a lot older now and it wouldn't work. But I would tell you right now, I would pay good money to go see a Thundercats movie.
Hell yeah. You would bring out the amount of people that would come out for that. Just make Vin Diesel Panthro. You're good.
See, that's one of the ones. That's one of the ones that's always being pushed.
Panthro was my like spirit animal when I was a kid.
Absolutely
loved him. All right, so now all of this great stuff. How did DJing become something prominent in your life? How did you get started with that? What was your influence? Like, how did the DJ piece come to be?
Okay, so for me, so the funny thing is growing up in LA, you're surrounded by music. And in my family, I was surrounded by music. My stepdad was a music writer, singer, composer. I met his mentor. He actually had his own like variety TV show on Telemundo as I was growing up. So I was kind of surrounded by that. But even then, I kind of was involved with the LAPD. Like they had the Explorer program, so I kind of was more towards that. And I played baseball. I played baseball from the time I was 6 till I played halfway through high school, and then I played softball as an adult off and on for the last few years. But moving from LA to Phoenix, not knowing anybody, I basically kind of took it on from there. I met a lot of people. I met a few people in my freshman year that kind of would take me out here and there, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go out check out this all ages party, blah blah blah. You want to come out? cool. And it turned out that they knew the promoter, so they would help pass out the flyers. We would go to the mall, the parking lot, hand out flyers, do all the legwork that a lot of people nowadays don't do. But it kind of started from there, and I'm like, I remember listening to, he used to go by Humpty, but it was Richard Humpty Vision in LA, DJ Henry, Tony B on Power 106, and then listening to the Power Tools set at night, and then the Power Workout during the day with Henry. And I would tell my mom, I'm like, why don't they have clubs for kids my age? Like, I want to go out and see these DJs. I want to hear this music that I fell in love with on the radio. I want to hear this. Like, I want to hear this. I want to see this. I want to feel the clubs. And she's like, little boy, you ain't got no business to be out in the clubs at all. You're too young. She's like, maybe when you're 21. Little did she know it was only about 5 years away. And it wasn't until we moved to Arizona that I started meeting people that were a part of that industry. And I was kind of just a tag along because I still didn't know people. I still didn't really have friends other than like the 2 or 3 guys that I hung out with at school that were in some of my classes. And it kind of just spun off from there. And it went from helping to promote. I was a little bit taller and I was lean, but I was still big for my age. So I got used as, hey, can you help with security? So I did security. So I did that. And then from there, I'm like, okay, well, I have a bunch of DJs around me. I've always loved the music. So how do I do this? And it started with me buying like 3 records. I went to a record store, bought 3 simple records, showed up one day, helped the promoter set up, and then this DJ shows up. He's like, wait, you're a DJ? I was like, not really, no. I said, I'm not. I said, I kind of want to learn, but I don't know really what I'm doing. And he's like, do this. Here's my number. Hit me up tomorrow. Come by my house, and I'll show you how to do it. And that was in the spring of 96. By August of 96, I had already pretty much picked it up. And that guy was my very first mentor, ultimately became the godfather to both my 2 sons. Wow. And my best friend, one of my best friends, and he and I still stay in touch. We kind of fell off for a while. He did his own thing, and I kind of went my own separate way. He kind of focused on drum and bass and stayed away from the house, and I kind of just went my own way and did the Latin industry and everything like that. But over the last few years, we've reconnected, and we've become a little bit closer and closer. So if it wasn't for him showing up when he did and kind of taking me under his wing and like, yo, here's what you do, here's what this is, here's what this is, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be DJ Rocko. I probably would have become a cop. That probably would have been the route I would have ended up going.
That's awesome. Now, and this was pre-computer. So you're talking.
Oh yeah, this was 1996.
So where did you learn on vinyl, or did you learn on?
Yes, I learned on all vinyl. In those days, the way you earned your stripes and you have the privilege to be able to touch the turntables and DJ during the night from the time the doors open. And mind you, doors opened at 9 and we were done at 1.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So this was before the 10 to 2 craze. So for you to open or for you to play during any part of the night, you basically had to do kind of grunt work and carry the records, record bags, the record cases.
I remember.
Or the DJ that would help put you on. And for me, it wasn't only him, but it was another DJ because he was my mentor, but he was working with somebody else that necessarily wasn't his mentor, but they worked together a lot. So it became where it wasn't carrying my mentor's DJ, it was carrying the main guy's DJs, the main guy's records. And that's kind of where I earned my stripes. Although over about 2 years, I started to realize that this main dude heard me, saw how quick I was picking it up, and was like doing what he could to hold me back. So I kind of stopped messing with him and went another route. And ultimately, this other person who became like almost like a secondary mentor, aside like that dude, I never considered him a mentor. this other dude, his name is Benny RC. He went by the Godfather. He was an older gentleman, older than the three of us. Had been on for years and years and years. He had done radio in Phoenix, and he built the industry and the nightlife in Phoenix to what we got. And so he's like, Rocko, screw that. Here's what you're gonna need to do. Mm-hmm. And then he would tell me in front of my best friend, he's like, make sure he's doing this, and this. He goes, the biggest key is you have to make sure that the people are dancing, do not notice where one song ends and the other one begins. You have to practice and practice and practice to be as clean as you possibly can. So with them two, plus another DJ that challenged me, God rest his soul, DJ Steele, passed away last year. He challenged me one time. He's like, okay, I'm going to give you 10 records. You have a week. Learn each song in and out. Play it one way, play it back the other way. You have to cleanly mix through 10 songs, and I will give you a certain piece of equipment if you do it. Wow. I came back the next week to the club. He put me on. He's like, you're not playing anything else but these 10 songs. And I knocked it out the park. And he's like, here's this mixer. This is for you. At the time, I didn't even have my own turntables. I was learning.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I was learning at my friend's house on his, I would stay almost a week sometimes at his house. His mom became almost like a mom to me. And he was younger than me by a year and a half. So that was if my mom knew if I wasn't home, if I didn't come home, she knew exactly where I was at.
There you go. Wait, so was those 10 records your first gig, or what was your first gig ever?
First gig by myself. Whew.
By yourself, first gig.
There was a club called Club 602. And I will tell you right now, I had my headphones on. I'm on maybe I was probably second on the lineup out of 5 DJs.
Okay.
And into my second or third song, I'm drenched in sweat. I'm so nervous. There's not a lot of people in the club, but there's people dancing. So I'm like, all right, cool. I got people going. Cool. I was sweating so much that the headphones slipped off and they fell onto the mixer. And I didn't know this particular mixer. So when I pulled the headphones, instead of picking them up, I pulled the headphones like this. It killed the music. And I'm like, no. I was like, what's going on? What happened? And the volume is up and everything. All it was one little switch that I accidentally turned off. And I saw that it was maybe 15 seconds, but it felt like 10 years.
An hour.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh. That dead air time.
It killed me.
It's like if you're streaming and you're in the middle of something great and something falls out and it's just dead silence.
Yes.
It's just like, this is open air. This is awful. How do I fix this? Quick.
Oh my God. I was just like, it felt like that hour lasted a year. And I'm like, oh my God. Because it was just an hour set. But 3-4 songs into it and 10 seconds of dead air just felt like it was a lifetime.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy. So, so I don't want to say that's your most memorable gig, but so what would be your most memorable gig that you've ever played?
I've had quite a few. I've had the honor of DJing with one of the guys that I got to listen to on the radio. Actually, I've done it. I think I've DJed with him or in front of him twice, but I DJed with him once. DJ Henry, that was a big deal. I remember when I was in Scottsdale, I oddly enough opened up for Apple Diap of the Black Eyed Peas. I didn't know he was even going to show up, but he showed up and he set up and he went on, did an hour set, and then I went back on after him. So I got to open and close.
Cool.
I think one of my favorite ones, I have to say, is I did Latin radio for 7.5 years in Phoenix, and I got to open for Daddy Yankee. I think that was really dope. Huge concert, huge venue, got to do that. There's been a few other artists here and there that I've gotten to do. I think, but that to me, that's probably my favorite. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him, but just the fact that can say that yes, I have opened up for Daddy Yankee, is actually it's a nice little notch to have on the belt,
Dude, that's awesome though. And I mean, and you're a 25-year veteran DJ, so you've seen it all, you've been through it all, and I mean the repertoire you probably have, the people that you've opened for and that have worked with is incredible.
Oh yeah, I've gone through. I've worked in radio for 13 and a half years. I've helped set up at concerts. I've gotten to see artists. I've opened up for Spanish rock groups as well. It's been a good career. I mean, there's still quite a bit I'd love to accomplish. And I'm still working as hard as I possibly can to be able to try and get to that point, because it's not necessarily the brass ring, but it's definitely those accomplishments that like you feel that after so much grunt work, many years of just grinding and just hustling and struggling and all the sacrifices, you kind of want to be like, it was worth it. Yeah. I've had a lot already where I'm like, hell yeah, this has been worth it. But I know that there's more out there that I'm like, okay, now it's time to really push harder and get to those next levels. And if and when it does, then great. If it never does, I can honestly look back and say I've had a really solid career and I'm happy with the way things have gone.
That's awesome. I love it. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to even add anything, because that's just a great way to just segue into the next piece of things. So you said if it gets there, if it doesn't, I love, part of doing the interviews is I really try to go in and do some research on the person that we're interviewing. And your bio and your Instagram is great because it says photographer, tattoo collector, fitness enthusiast, nerd. I love that. You have a lot of other hobbies and things that you're doing, and your photography is it's great.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about these other passion projects that you have. You love photography. I'd love to know a little bit more than that. Tell us about your tattoo. So give us a little bit, because
for me,
separate it, do together, whatever you want to do.
Like with the photography, basically the way that even started was, as a DJ, you always want to try and definitely take it to the next level, just as your set and what additional value you can bring to a venue. So I started doing video DJing. I started downloading music videos. They have specific websites for DJs to download videos, high quality intros, outros, just DJ friendly videos. Mm-hmm. But the problem with that is you are only limited to whatever the artist and the record label make for those songs. So there's a lot of really hot songs, but there's no video for it. So you have to be able to get creative and say, okay, perfect example. You see a movie and you hear that song in the movie, but there's no actual video to it. So you have to find the DVD. You have to properly rip a high quality variation of that movie, dump it into an editing software, go edit to where that piece is, and then you have to be able to properly sync the audio from the movie to the song. So you have to, and in some cases you don't even have that. So you have to take footage from somewhere else that makes sense to that song. So I had to start doing that. So I basically became a self-taught video editor because of that. But there was these DJs that came out during this time. I'm trying to go off top of the head. DJ Second Nature from Atlanta, I believe he was. Jordan Laws, who was out of Vegas at the time. Steve Wonder, who's from LA. And J.E., who is Nelly's producer, was Nelly's producer on that first album, who produced Country Grammar. Those four are some of the most amazing video editors and video DJs I had ever seen. And so I kind of did some research and background on them, and I found out that that Second Nature went to film school. So I was like, I want to go to film school. I was like, I got to do more. I want to push my edits even further and further. I want my editing to really pop and mean something. So I made the decision to go to film school. So I went to film school for 2.5 years, and I didn't come back with all of the knowledge I wanted. But what happened is I came back with a completely set of like information that I'm like, yo.
What don't you do? Hold on, I want to pause. Is there anything you don't do? Because like, seriously, I thought I know a lot of people that are jacks of all trade, but seriously, you're like the Swiss Army knife of guys that I know now that does.
So okay, so I went to film school. I learned how to write. I've written plenty of scripts. I've directed, I've produced, I've been assistant director, I have an actual IMDb credit. Third semester, I wrote, edited, what else did I do on that? Directed a movie, and it basically opened my eyes up to what you see, that what you didn't know realizes that goes on behind the cameras, unless you're actually in the know. Like here's the thing that sucks about that though. It's the same thing with DJing, because I cannot go to a club or a bar if there's a DJ. I'm not focused on the DJ. I'm focused in the conversation with my friends, with my girl, with whoever I'm with. But because unfortunately these ears are trained over 25.5 years now, I can't not pay attention.
Yeah.
You catch something without you really wanting to listen. And unfortunately kind of became that with TV shows and movies. You see the edits, you see the way things are shot. You have one person talking here, you're like, okay, camera A is over here. And then the reply, camera B is over here. And then kind of the way it's cut in between, and you start to notice all the details, and it kind of ruins the experience of a movie and a TV show a little bit, because you're just analyzing every single thing over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And I still do it to this day. I used to be bad where if I was watching something with someone, I'd be like, oh, they did this, they did that. Here's how they did that. I've stopped doing that, because I've had people who are like, can you just stop? Can you just watch the movie? I'm like, all right. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'll stop. But you kind of geek out with that, because you see things in a different light, and it happens. And so from that, it became where, like, after I graduated, I was like, okay, my computer is not fast enough. They took back the computer that they were giving us for the school, and my video editing is definitely stepped up. It's definitely taken a step up in quality, but my machine wasn't able to handle the simplest work changes. So I was like, okay, I pulled back from that, and I by this time I was already following filmmakers and photographers, and primarily filmmakers on YouTube. I came across one that did both, and I'm like, I could do both. I'm pretty sure I could do both. So I started looking at my camera as opposed to just film, and really looked at it for like, I could start doing stills. And that's kind of where it developed into this, what it's become now, where like at this point now, it's something that I want to look, that I've already tried to start building towards an actual full-on career, to where I can finally step away from DJing, even if it's in the smallest bit, and focus more on the photography.
That's all. So what do you shoot for my camera nerds out there? Because I'm getting into photography now, with shooting more food, shooting more cocktails, and different things. What camera are you using? What are you shooting with? Oh, there it is.
This was, so it's funny because this was my dream camera, because during film school, it's a little older now, but when I talk to photographers that have been doing it for a long time, they're like, oh my God, that camera is amazing. Yes, mm-hmm. It is the Canon 5D Mark IV. It's still a full-on DSLR. It's not mirrorless. And ultimately, the mirrorless game has completely changed, and Canon has stepped up tremendously. I'm gonna forever be a Canon shooter. My first camera was a Canon. And I fell in love with Canon. They're very user-friendly. But they are absolutely, like, I've tried to go the Sony route. I had a Sony camera for about a month. I wasn't feeling it, and it was one of the higher ends. I just wasn't for me. and I
Stream
love.
is in no way sponsored by Canon.
It's not. Canon is not paying me. Trust me. Canon. I mean, we can talk, but no.
Yes,
Canon
we
is
can
not
talk.
paying
Please
me at
sponsor the
all.
show. We can send a camera to you. I need a camera to stream with. Let's get Canon to sponsor this.
Oh, absolutely. But this was definitely the camera I wanted to go with. The part that sucks about Canon sometimes is the glass, and by that I mean the lenses are very pricey. They're almost as expensive, if not more, than just the body alone. But with these, and I think the camera guys that I go to, the mom and pop shop that I go to here in Dallas, they put me onto the Sigma lenses.
Yes.
These Sigma lenses, they're a little heavier, but they are quality as on point as the Canon glasses. And so that's basically my three main lenses is a 70-200 Sigma. I have a 24 to 70 Art Sigma and an 85 millimeter Sigma as well. So all three of these Sigma lenses on this Canon body are absolutely phenomenal. And I mean, I
see, I'm a Sony guy. This was my first camera that I bought. I bought it from a buddy of mine who didn't use it. Sigma lens, a Sony A6000. This was actually recommended to me by my buddy DJ Rick Wonder in New York. He does a bunch of artwork and photography, similarly, like you, and he's got his own graphic design company. But he's like, Jimmy, he calls me Jimmy. He's like, listen, get something starter and go in with this. And I'm like, okay. And it's awesome. I like all the photos that you see on my Instagram. I mean, the most powerful phone we pretty much have is in our pocket. Yeah. But it's literally like, it's all the photos on my Instagram are from that. I love photography. Like taking a picture with a camera, I feel like is so different than taking a picture with your phone.
Oh, absolutely.
I think there's something to it. But if we could literally go into this, like
this could be a whole different show, and we could just go down this rabbit hole and be here for a long time.
So this is going to bring on a question that I have for you, but we're going to go into it in a minute or after, because I want to make the drink. I have a couple more questions for you, and I think people want to see the drink too. But I want to ask you just a couple more things. So you have, how many tattoos do you have?
If we count individually, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Wow. What's your favorite one? Or what? All right, I take that back. Rephrase. What one means the most to you?
Oh, okay. That's going to be actually 19. I forgot I have the Batman symbol on my bicep. So 19.
Yeah, I like that.
I have two that well, no, okay, I lied. So they all mean something. These mean the most to me for very different reasons. Okay, the ones on my knuckles are my kids and their birth signs and their birth dates. And if I've gotten jokes, they're like, "Oh, you forgot your kids' birthdays." I was like, "No, it's just I like to see that and know that those are going to always be special days." And it's something where I just look at my knuckles and I just like. They're always with me, even if they're not always physically with me.
Oh, wait, but no lie. Hold on, no lie. You do look, because I can tell you, I'll be at a store or I'll be doing something and I'll have to give my kid's birthday. And for a flash moment, because I have both kids on my arms, I'm like, July 12th. I do
not me. No, not me. I'm pretty quick. Even with my grandson's birthday, January 11th. I'm pretty quick, and that's going to be a new addition eventually. That's something I'm working on as well too. I just got to figure out what and where and when. The other one I think is definitely a cross I got for my dad's birthday. On my dad's birthday, I think it was 2 years ago. I kind of was just. My dad passed away when I was 4 years old, and I didn't get to really know him. And I have certain very specific memories of him and stuff that we did together that you wouldn't think you could remember at 3, 4 years old that you remember at 41. Mm-hmm. And like, I have my days where it hits me and I miss my dad. The smallest little thing will trigger it. If I'm watching a TV show or a movie and there's like a specific scene with a dad and a son, and it kind of gives me back to where with me and with both of my sons, and it kind of like at the time when it happened or when I got this, I was definitely in a weird vibe for like a few weeks, and I knew his birthday was coming up, so I was like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna do something for my dad. So I did that. The other one, I got this, unfortunately, it basically says, sigue pa'lante, keep going or keep moving forward, with the semicolon at the end. And the semicolon's actually in red. I got that done, unfortunately, the day after a friend and coworker took her life. I've struggled, when I was younger, with my own demons and dark side, unfortunately, and I've kind of mentally was down that road, and excuse me, now as an adult, I've moved past all that, but it's definitely something I related to and was very important, and I felt that I needed something to kind of like, we all have our days where we're like, damn, why am I even still here? Kind of like you, not necessarily to that extreme, but you just kind of, you get bummed, you get stressed, and you just kind of get in your head, and it's a constant reminder that some of the smallest problems are temporary, and the last thing you want to do is create a permanent solution. Because every little problem has a solution. You have to figure out what those solutions are, and you don't want to come up with something that permanent. And that was something that kind of was said at her services, and so it definitely hit me, and I'm like, yo, that's 100%. I've never heard anyone put it that way. So I was like, I like the way they put it, and so I got this the day after she passed. So, and then honestly, like, I have these flowers, and flowers aren't done. This is actually supposed to be a half sleeve of flowers. Each flower, as of right now, there's 3, represents the most important women in my life. I have 3. There's supposed to be, I think, a total of 7. So by the time I'm done, it'll be probably half sleeve, if not quarter sleeve of flowers. So yeah, those are probably some of my more like real meaningful ones. This one, my Deathly Hollows. I'm just a giant nerd. I love Harry Potter. I can watch Harry Potter all day, every day. Like I said, I have the Batman. This Batman symbol is a split between Batman and the Joker, because I honestly, I'm a huge Joker and Batman fan. Even going back to the original Batman show in the 60s,
with Adam West,
and then 89 Batman, which I saw with my stepdad and my stepbrother at the time.
So then we're in agreement that Michael Keaton was the best Batman?
Honestly, you know what? For me, he's up there. He's definitely up there. Christian Bale killed it. Don't get me wrong.
He did.
Here's the thing is, I love that everyone were like, Michael Keaton, why? Everyone was hating that Michael Keaton was going to be Batman. And then he absolutely knocked that role out of the park.
He crushed it.
He killed it.
Nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Him and Nicholson, I thought they were great. They were awesome.
Oh, those two were an amazing duo. It's basically it's Christian Bale and Heath Ledger. That's another great combination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Look at that. See, the chat agrees. Look at that. He is the best. He's the best. I want a quick shout out. We're gonna make the drink, but I want to shout out the chat. Everybody in the chat right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Ashmore, Savvy D, Sweetest Ash, J Alexis Entertainment. What's going on? Cisco Kid. Everybody that's been hanging out with us. Carol H84. Thank you guys so much for hanging tonight. We're not only streaming right now onto Twitch, but we're also streaming live on YouTube. So appreciate everybody that's tuning in everywhere you guys are. Thank you so much for showing support for DJ Rocko and also for supporting the Daily Cocktail. So speaking of cocktails, are you ready to make yours?
I'm ready. I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Okay. I had to get water. My throat was dry.
No, I was going to say either your throat
was judging me because of my water.
So either your throat was drying, or I was going to say the ghost pepper was finally getting to you.
It may have been that, honestly.
Okay, so quick question. Did you make the watermelon syrup ahead of time? You did. Okay, perfect.
It's actually watermelon juice because I don't own sugar, so I only own this Truvia, and this isn't even mine.
Okay.
So I didn't use any sugar in this other than all this is just the watermelon chunks.
No problem. Okay,
did.
so that's perfect. So I'm going to walk through the chat a couple things for us for making this cocktail. So for Rocco, we're going to make him. It's a kind of a variation of a margarita, but not so much. I wanted to do something that you could sip on and something fun. I was thinking something that's going to have a lot of flavor to it, something you could just relax with and really enjoy. And it had to be pink. And it was funny because when I was talking about it, my daughter loves pink. So she's like, when I made it, she's like, "Daddy, it's pink." I'm like, "I know." Can I have some? I'm like, "No." Not right. So a couple of the ingredients that we're going to make is in the everything pink, which is what the cocktail is called. We're using watermelon juice. We're going to infuse some tequila. We're going to use a little bit of triple sec, and I'm so glad that you have these. We're going to do some bitter mints. So you have the Hellfire bitters. So we're going to make this really some pretty spicy. And then we're going to top it with Pellegrino, their blood orange flavor. And
I have that.
This is going to give it such a nice topping to it that when you sip it, you're going to get all those flavors of sweet, a little spicy, and really make this great. Okay. So we're going to start first. I need to infuse the tequila. So for anybody that, if you can't find spicy tequila, then there are some really good ones. Like that ghost pepper one I haven't heard of, but it sounds like it's really good. So I'm like,
it is. It's really good. Very smooth. The spice isn't that bad. It's actually really good.
And then also another great one, if you can find it, is called Tanteo. And that's spicy.
See, I was so close to getting that, and because I read your instructions as
red pepper,
as a pepper. What did I say it was? The reposado. Yep. Because I read it that way. That's what I was looking for. And even when I grabbed this, I'm like, wait, this is a Blanco. It's not a Repo. I'm like, everyone's like, no, trust me, you'll be fine. I was like, all right, cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, and then. And also with the Tanteo, you have to. So when we had it at the bar I used to work at in DC, and every time we would use it, we had to wash everything like 3 times because the jalapeno would stay in there, and when we would make other drinks, it would just be so spicy. So
yeah.
But for anybody that doesn't have spicy tequila, I'm going to show you a quick way to infuse. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our now you're not going to do this because you already have a spicy tequila,
right?
But I need a spicy tequila. So anybody that has, if you don't have a jigger, what you can do is you can use a shot glass and pour 2 shot glasses full of your tequila, and find a mason jar or something and just pour it in that mason jar, and then grab some red pepper flakes. And all you're going to do is put a couple of red pepper flakes in the tequila, and you're just going to let it sit there. Now, we're going to let this sit while I make this watermelon juice next. But just remember, the longer you let it sit, the spicier it's going to get. So just be careful with your level of spice here. Okay?
Biggest thing. Yeah, absolutely.
So, now next, I had Rocco make this already. But the other thing that we're going to do is a watermelon syrup. And this is one of the easiest ones you can do. It's super awesome. If you have it in season, if you're in warmer climates like Rocco and myself, like I think from once you get to like Texas and more further east, you can't get watermelon right now, or it's not. Yeah. So this is a great summer cocktail for my East Coasters, but for my West Coasters, this is a great cocktail all year round. So we're going to make a quick watermelon syrup. So all you're going to do is if you have anything that's going to blend or a juicer, you use a juicer. We're going to take a couple of chunks of fresh watermelon. Now, as much as I diet, I do use sugar, so no joke.
So, here's the funny thing about it. I'm gonna say this right now. I love watermelon, but I'm allergic.
No way.
Yes, but hold on. Here's the thing. It's funny because my allergy is very mild, and so it's not going to stop anything. Oh, hold on. So here's the thing: is I'm allergic to shrimp. Well, hold on. I'm allergic to shrimp, but I still eat it. I'm allergic to avocado, but I still eat it. So when you said, I was like, yes, I love watermelon. I know I'm gonna have to deal with a bit of the allergic reaction, but it's very mild. It's nothing too crazy, which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with doing it. That's why, and I didn't say anything because I was like, no, he's gonna try and change it, and I'm not. I was like, no, we're moving forward with this. I'll drop this bomb on him during the stream, but I will be fine.
I could have changed it for you, but that's what Ash
No, it's
dies. I'm coming after you. Okay, you need to live through this. Okay, so you know what's funny though? As we were going through everything and making your cocktail, usually I ask those questions. So just for the record, I fucked up on this part. I should have asked.
No, and I probably, I'll be honest with you, I would have denied it and then dropped it on you. Like, so remember how I told you I'm not allergic to watermelon? I actually am. Because it just like Ashley said, I can be a bit of a complicated man. But I love it. It's always been.
Now I know. Okay.
It's always been one of my favorite fruits. I love watermelon. I can eat watermelon all day, every day. So it's not a big deal.
All right, good. All right, so we take our cubed watermelon and about 2/3 a cup of sugar, maybe less than that, maybe like half a cup. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna blend this up real quick. Don't add any water. Don't add anything else. Hold on.
This episode is sponsored by Kaiser and Benadryl.
Benadryl is gonna come really quick. Hold on.
I love that.
So. Go ahead, let's turn this on.
Grabs the EpiPen. Thanks, Abby. Shout out to everybody in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. J. Alexis has the EMT on standby.
So we're gonna make the watermelon juice real quick, and this will keep. So anybody that's making this at home, or if you make this in the future and rewatch the stream, the watermelon juice will keep for about 2, maybe 3 weeks. Make sure it's refrigerated and tightly sealed.
Oh, wow, nice. Breezy, congratulations on your grandson. That's awesome.
All right, perfect. Okay. So, we've got a couple things going on, but we're ready to do this. So what we're going to do is, let's go ahead. I'm actually going to move my mic here because it's like in the middle of my stuff. So go ahead. Do you have your shaker? You have a full bar set up, which I really like this. So.
I actually ordered it after we agreed to do this. After we finally set a date, I was like, all right, let me get on fucking Amazon and put something together. Because like, I don't have any of this stuff.
Look at that. It's perfect. That's perfect. All right, grab your shaker.
Okay. What am I doing now?
All right. So we're going to ice it up. Add about 2 to 3 cubes of ice.
Okay, hold on.
Diggity was like, I was about to go to bed, but Breezy, what's going on? Jay Shong, there you go. What's going on? Great to see you guys in the chat. We have some OG Daily Cocktail fans in the house too. Great to have everybody here. All right, so you ice up your cocktail, your shaker.
Okay.
You always start with non-alcoholic first, because God forbid you spill this with alcohol in it, you're going to be really upset.
Okay.
So add your 2 ounces of watermelon juice. So do you have your, hold on, wait. They should have given you a jigger there.
Yes, I have the jigger here.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so on the, you know what, I'll grab mine so you can see. We can do this really together. So on the taller end, this is the 2 ounce. So fill this up to 2 ounces all the way to the top with your watermelon and pour it on in.
Okay.
Then we're going to add our triple sec, a 1/2 ounce. So if you turn over the jigger to the smaller side,
okay,
there should be some rings on the inside. The first ring.
The first ring
is a 1/2 ounce. Yep. I love when the guests have their stuff. This is great. This is perfect.
Okay.
All right. Now the next is the tequila. So if you have you don't have you don't have the peppered tequila, but if you infused it at home, get like a fine mesh strainer like this, or if you have a really fine strainer, because you don't want any of the seeds to go in the cocktail. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in. So this is 2 ounces. I measured this. So do on the bigger bell side, 2 ounces of your tequila.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pour all of mine in here. Boom. I'm actually gonna bring this over here. Just a second, real quick. Right. Yes, this is a fine mesh. This is called a Hawthorne strainer. The true bar term, Hawthorne strainer. Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Now take your Hellfire bitters.
Okay.
And you're gonna do 3 droplets of this. There you go, just 3. These things are strong.
Okay.
And then you have some mint.
Oh, yeah.
I have my mint plant here. Take a couple sprigs of your mint, a couple mint leaves, and just put them in there. Yes, it is hot, breezy. It is hot. Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's it. We're good. We're ready. Now we're gonna put the top on, and we're gonna shake this baby up. Now, the way to shake is so you see how I'm grabbing this. So one hand is like holding the 2 of these things together.
Right.
And then you put your other hand on the bottom.
Okay.
And you go in a circular motion. Don't try to be fancy with like the one.
No,
circular motion, because the circular motion mixes the cocktail better.
Okay.
And just go in a circular motion. Shake it up. Come on, use those arms. You work out. Yep. All right. Now grab a rocks glass. So do you have your rocks glass or a clear glass?
I'm using mason jars. I don't own regular glasses. I got mason jars.
Mason jar works. Hold on, wait. Do you want me to use mason jar too?
I'll use like a shake weight.
All right. Just like you.
So I'm gonna be doing drinks at your party too.
So we're gonna grab our mason jar.
Okay.
Forget this. Now I did something special for you. What I did. Where is it? Hold on. I made you some special. That's some mint ice cubes.
Oh
so
wow!
I put some mint leaf in my ice cubes for you. So I'm gonna put that in there. 2 or 3.
Funny because I went and got something myself.
There you go.
They're not ice cubes like that, but I went and got this.
Oh, you got those nice fancy ones. Look at you. Man, I love it.
And it's not going to fit the mason jar.
Don't break the mason jar.
Let me melt it down, see if it'll melt down a little bit.
As he ices his balls.
There we go.
There you go.
It cracked, that's fine.
All right. So now, let's go ahead. We're going to strain the cocktail over. Strain the cocktail over the ice. There we go. Perfect.
All right, is there like a particular way to do this?
Nope, you can just, so you're holding it perfectly, just the strainer, it'll strain it right in there, see? Look at that. Good. Come on, go it in there. Nice. Okay. Finally, grab your Pellegrino, your blood orange Pellegrino.
Oh.
And you don't want to fill it all the way up, but you're going to want to put a little bit in there to top it off.
Okay.
There we go. And then I'm going to take a nice big mint sprig. I'm going to put it in here for garnish. And there we go. The Everything Pink DJ Rocko special. There you go. Oh, I like it.
There it is.
You got it? Nice.
Not bad, not bad.
No, wait, no, hold on, because we got to do it for the gram. So hold on, I got to.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, we got to do this for the gram.
Don't mind the photographers in the room.
Actually, we got to do this. We're going to do this right. Hold on. So this is regular.
There we go.
Go back.
Nice. Look at you. So this is a really fun drink. Yes, Sweetest Ash. This is a lot of fun. It's going to be really tasty. We're going to get the real effect of it in a sec. But it's flavorful. It's delicious. It's more refreshing. Oh, it's Danny. It's in house. What's up? This is a really great cocktail. We're going to have some fun. You get your photos, my friend?
Trying to get it just right.
There we go. All right.
I think we should be good.
Cheers. Thank
Cheers
you for coming on the Daily Cocktail. I appreciate it.
Of course, it was my pleasure.
Much love to you. Let's give it a taste.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna clear the sinuses too. I love it. This is actually really good. Okay, so I'm making this, Ashley, when you guys come on here. This is really good.
It's good?
Yes,
You like
it's
it?
good.
Yes. Mm.
Oh yeah, this is really good.
It's so you have the ghost pepper tequila, so it's gonna be a little bit more spicy for you. Yes, Jay Alexis, I'll post this. I'll send this to Rocko, and we'll post the recipes on both of our Instagram channels for everybody. Wait, hold on. Ash is like, hold on. We might be here for a minute. Rocko is photos. Are we okay?
No, we're good.
Well, hold on. So we got a couple more questions.
Okay.
I want to ask you about Twitch. So
Okay.
we're on it. We're streaming. What brought you onto Twitch? What was the shift that happened that you said, I got to do Twitch? This is it.
So, all right. Obviously, shutdown, lockdown happened on the 16th of March of last year.
Yep.
There was no work. As a full-time DJ, I had a decent savings, so I was like, all right, should be okay. Went through the savings. The apartment complex here is like, yo, we still haven't figured out what we're gonna do. I was kind of DJing here and there on Facebook and Instagram. People would kind of Venmo me stuff just to kind of help keep my head above water. But ultimately, it was the birthday boy today, DJ Audio One. Happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday, Audio One.
And Neil Jackson were the two. They're like, Rocko, get on Twitch. Get on Twitch. Get on Twitch. This was March. Rocko, get on Twitch. I'm like, okay, I know of Twitch as a gaming system or a gaming website. I was like, okay, so what the hell do I do? Nobody seemed to be able to give me a full explanation as to what I needed other than a camera and my DJ equipment. I'm like, so do I just plug it in and go, or how does this work? Well, you gotta have this and that and the other stuff. And I'm like, I already have my lights for filming and shooting. So I was like, lighting is done. Equipment's ready. I have a camera. And I literally, before I upgraded my camera, I would get my Canon, my shooting camera, and I would charge the batteries the night before, and it would give me a good 2 hours on a full battery. So I was like, all right, cool, I can do that. That works. Ultimately, I started my channel in June. I did one test stream. I had like 15 people that just popped in. I had no clean audio, no clean mic. The audio from the equipment wasn't fully clean as it should have been or it could have been. So I stopped, and I didn't come back until July until I had everything that I felt I had to be able to fully say, now we can go in full time on this. And that's ultimately what it became. It was after that, after trial and error, after working for DoorDash for a couple months as well, trying to keep my head above water. I had just got a new car at the beginning of the year. So scrambling like crazy, went through my savings, and I had to figure it out. And by the grace of God and finally listening to Neil and Alex, I made the full-on leap in mid-July, and here we are almost a year and a half later.
I know, and that's amazing. It's just, and I think, and
oh yeah, we would have to change batteries if we went longer than 2 hours. Kid you not, if we went 2 hours and 5 minutes, that battery would die. Ashley and the mods that we had were like, guys, hold on, don't go anywhere. He's just switching out batteries. That was literally what we went through. And people stayed. People rode with us. And that was the biggest thing. I was like, I loved it. Like the fact that they rode with us the entire time through the battery change, and just like, it's real quick, boom, boom, and here we are.
I mean, and that's the best part. And you just touched on it. It's the community that you made and you created, like the Nerd Gang, and getting your own group of people together, and clearly look at the community that we have right now in the chat. Like, it's just amazing that we have these kind of people that continue to follow, show up day in and day out, and are there. And CBD said it just now. She's like, thank God for Twitch to get me through the toughest year, which was 2020. And I think, I personally thank God for it too, because I mean, I wasn't as affected as I know you were, or a lot of the other DJs, or a lot of my other friends for that matter. But this was the community that I wanted and needed. And I think everybody wanted and needed at a time when we were all indoors and we didn't know what to do. We didn't know where we would be. And it's really amazing. And shout out to the community, shout out to all the followers, everybody that's been here, all of our mods, everybody that helped, you and me and everybody out there. You guys are the real all-stars here with continue to come through day in and day out.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny because yes, I helped out a lot of people, but they don't understand how much they've helped me at the same time. Because even last year was really brutal. I literally got the eviction notice in April, and I'm like freaking the hell out. Like, that's it. I'm gonna have to literally sell everything and just pack up the dogs and drive back to Arizona with my family, figure out what I'm gonna do with the dogs when I get there. Like, literally have to just toss everything, throw whatever I'm able to pack into my car. Aside from my turntables, literally everything was going to get tossed and just put off to the side. I thought I was going to have to just basically start over again from scratch, from nothing. And I was so close to literally packing everything that I could and just whatever fit in my car and just go. Because if I would have got evicted, then at least I would have still had a car that I could at least slept in.
Yep.
And thankfully, that wasn't the case. Things began to slowly improve. I started, like I said, I worked for DoorDash for a couple months. I hustled, I grind.
Hustle never slept.
It never did. It never stopped.
That's amazing.
And it sucks. And it's crazy because back in 2009, I kind of went through a huge thing. Not a lot of people know this. I don't talk about this too much, but I mean, I figure considering where we're at right now, I was literally, in 2009, I had an apartment. I was only paying like $550, but I wasn't working as full time as I wanted to, and things were really rough at the time. Even with the day job I had with the radio station, with gigs, everything wasn't meshing together. I had my apartment. I had a bed that I got. I had a couch that was given to me. I had a small TV that I bought at the grocery store in one of the little electronic sections. But the sad part about that is I couldn't watch TV. I had no electricity for 6 months. I had food, I had a place, I had hot water, but I was literally a squatter. It felt like I was a squatter in my own apartment for 6 months until one of my friends, by pure chance, happened to come by just because he was in the area and he's like, yo, I just want to see what you're doing. I was like, oh, I'm just chilling. I was on Twitter, just kind of shooting the shit. And he's like, why are you in the dark? And I told him, I said, this is how I'm living. He goes, wait, bro, you're coming into the summer months. Arizona is no joke when it comes to the heat. I was like, oh, I know. I was like, I might have something in the works. I might be able to get the electricity on, da 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 da. He's like, wait, what? He goes, you're living with no electricity? I said, yeah. And the ones that were close to me at the time knew what was going on in my personal life, and I'm not going to get into all that here, but they're like, holy shit, they didn't realize how much it was impacting my life overall because I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like, this is a situation I put myself in. I got to figure out a way to get myself out of it. And unfortunately, it took me a long time, and pure chance, a friend happened to be like, yo, I'll help you, dude. Why didn't you tell some of us? And again, it was shame, pride. I'm the one that got myself into the situation. Nobody else did. No one else put me here. I put myself here. So all the grinding and hustling was helping to keep other stuff going. But the one thing that I needed, the electricity, I didn't have. Oh, and so at the time, it was crazy. And I thought, I kind of almost went back to that mindset last year when this happened. I was like, okay, the hell if I'm moving back to Arizona. I've built a great reputation for myself here, a great career. Before the world caught on fire, I was making far more money than I was making in Arizona.
The world caught on fire. Literally.
And so I was just like, okay, I'm not leaving. I have to figure this out. And then that's when I'm like, okay, DoorDash, Alex and Neil, fucking get on Twitch. Stop bullshitting. Get on Twitch. So I finally got on Twitch, and here we are.
That's a hell of a story. Hell of a story, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like I said, it's not something I like to talk about too much because I don't want anyone to feel bad for me because that's not what it is. It's like I put myself in this situation, unfortunately, through just decisions made in the past that just kind of led to that point. But it's like, it's almost like you have to hit rock bottom to realize you can't go back down there.
Yeah.
Like, and some of us ideally went back there last year, but not by no choice of our own. It's just the way the fucking world fell apart. Mm-hmm. And so now we're here. The grind is still going. I still struggle here and there, and I'm not, excuse me, I'm still grinding, I'm still hustling. I have an amazing partner that's always like, get off your ass, get creative. She's always on me, and I love her for that, and she's always just, what's the next step? What are we doing next? You need to figure this out. You need to get this done. Why isn't your website this? Why is Twitch channel needs to do this? And a huge factor in the channel being as successful as it is because of Ashley. And even in the smallest things, is the details. Before we got the green screen, she's like, all right, we need to decorate for Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day, your birthday, 4th of July. What are we doing? We need to do this and this and this.
Wait,
and brought all this. And I'm like,
hold on. So what possessed you to do the 24-hour stream? What brought that up?
Hold on. Let me get some more water. My throat's killing me here. Okay, so the 24-hour, I saw one other person do it, or I didn't see it, I heard someone else did it, and I'm like, interesting. Then I heard another person do it, and I'm like, DJing for 24 hours. I was like, I've done 12 hours. I was like, I've done a 12-hour gig, and I'm like, what's another 12 hours after that? And thinking, it's not that big of a challenge. So we hit 1,000 followers by mid-September. Mm-hmm. By the time the actual event came around, it was already October. We were well over 1,000 followers by October of last year.
Yeah.
And in order to celebrate,
You have 5,000 now.
Close. We're close to 5,000. We're getting there. And I'm grateful for every single one Every single one. Like I'm truly appreciative of every single person, whether they come in once, they come in 2 times, or they ended up sticking around and becoming one of my mods. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's we did the 24-hour stream as a party and a celebration for the 1,000 followers, and the mods. God bless my mods. God bless my mods. They won't let me do that ever again. But honestly, they are. I'm the face, I guess you could say. They're the backbone. Yep. They make sure shit stays on point. They're like, no, you're not doing that. We're not doing another 24-hour. Maybe we can do a 12. Perhaps you're going to do an 8. You're crazy if you really think you're going to do a 24, because there's no more 24s.
Wait, the mods have spoken. Hell no.
Yeah. No more 24 hours. No. Nasha, Terry, you're in the building. Cheers, ladies. Cheers.
And I said that's how I first met you was I was in someone else's stream and they were talking how they had to go mod. There was a mod in the stream that had to go mod for you. And I was like, oh, wait, who are you going to mod for? And I just went and clicked onto who they were following. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, this guy's awesome. I'm feeling this. And then, I'm like, wait a second. I think I logged back in, like, literally after work, and I'm like, he's still on. And then I, like, a little bit. I mean, because we would have, like, the TV on with, like, whoever was streaming. And then I'm like, wait, he's still on. And then I'm like, oh, shit, he's doing a 24-hour set. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I know that that we met a lot of people through that 24-hour stream that we connected with a lot. Nico Blitz, shout out to Nico. You know, and we got rated by a lot of people that day, and a lot of people that are now, whether our VIPs or ultimately became a mod or help us mod, because we have honorary mods. Our VIPs are we're not just going to give you the title of VIP. We love to have everybody try and help out. Whenever our mods can't be there, or if something happens, or if we get rated and we need more help, we ask our VIPs, hey, would you be willing to help us out? We would love it if you could help. And a lot of our VIPs have been truly, truly gracious and said, oh, absolutely, whatever we can do to help. And we've definitely appreciate and love our VIPs, because they're not just a very important person in the stream in the sense of the title. They're like, you truly are part of the family, the community, and you are a part, to me, hugely important to the success of the channel, and not just another person that, hey, I'm giving you the diamond. Like, we do almost like full-on announcements. Like, we'll stop the music. I'm like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, brand new VIP to the room, such and such and such. I love it. Because I want that person to feel like this isn't just like, hey, you're a VIP. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the love. No, like, you are legitimately appreciated and loved by every single one of us and what you've brought to this channel. And that's always been very important to us.
Well, I want to tell you, kind of like on Cheers, we have like the norm. Yeah. And I got to tell you, you've come on the Daily Cocktail. You've been here for the show. We made you a signature drink. This signature drink will live on for you, and your command will always be activated. So if you ever popped in and just hit !pink when my commands are working, it will always be there for you, sir. You are always a VIP at the bar for the Daily Cocktail.
Appreciate you. So, thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure, and this is clearing my sinuses. I'm gonna tell you right now. But this is good, and I love the fact that I know how to do this, because
exactly. See,
I watch everybody. I watch the bartenders. The DJ booth is literally next to the bar. Mm-hmm. The bartenders don't make anything like this because it's more of a bar. It's more like a dive bar. So it's more just like quick shots, you know, some little drinks here and there. But I've worked at cocktail clubs and bars before where they where they really step it up.
Yep.
And like the high end stuff. So I've gotten to watch it here and there, but I never got a chance to actually make my own. So to be able to do this was an experience, and there's a possibility. I'm gonna say this right now. I might be drinking this tomorrow for Peak Wednesday. We'll see. I don't know yet.
Oh man, I would love that.
They're not shooters. They're called shots.
Okay, so before we wrap up, we're gonna do something. This is tradition on the show. Since we started streaming, we do a segment called the Fast Five. So
Okay.
this is our rapid fire, get to know our guest,
Okay.
and you can answer this in a couple of words, a sentence, if you want to elaborate on it. But it's quick hits, first thing that comes to mind, and it's just the most random shit you're gonna get. So, all right.
All right.
And depending on how we're feeling, we might get a bonus round in here too. So, and I just updated them too. Hold on, wait. I gotta pull them up real quick. Here we go. Okay, so are we ready? Wait, where's my fall ones? Fall of 20. There we go. All right, perfect. Okay. Fast five. Question number 1. What is the one app on your phone you can't live without?
Text messaging.
Text messaging. All right. I like it. Number 2. What is the best advice you've ever received?
Dead at the camera. This is for not just me, but it's for everybody. Stay within your means. Do not spend more than what you have.
I like that. I wish I could end here with that one because that should be question 5. I'll remember that for next time. I 100% agree. Okay, number 3. What is the one food that you will absolutely not eat and it's not allergy related?
Liver.
Liver.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's new.
Can't do it. No liver.
Okay. Number 4. If you could meet one famous person, dead or alive, and have dinner with them, who would it be and why?
Whew. Dead or alive. I'm gonna keep this with within the DJ realm because
Okay.
honestly, I would have loved to have met him and talked with him and see what his thought process was like to every single DJ set. DJ AM.
Yep. That's awesome. That's a good one. I like that. All right. Number 5. If you were stranded on a desert island, what is the one thing you would take with you?
Shit. There was one thing on a desert island. Honestly, if Cisco hit it on the head, if there was a way that I could keep my battery charged, I would say it was a camera.
Oh man.
Ashley's like, I'm out. The hell is this?
Like, I'm out. I'm gone.
No, here's the thing. He said one thing, not one person. One thing. You're not a thing. You're a person. A very important person, not a thing.
Bye, homie. Oh my God. I love it. I'm dying. All right. We're going to go bonus round. Real quick, bonus round. Rapid fire. What was the last thing that you did before you came on the stream?
Was laying down.
2, if you could pass on one of your personality traits to the next generation, what would it be?
Oh my God. Personality trait. I guess my quirkiness.
Okay. Number 3, Apple Music or Spotify?
Mixcloud, DJ streams.
Oh, that's a new one. I like that. All right. If you could buy anything in the world, an experience, service, digital, physical, and it's currently for sale, what would you buy?
Repeat that one more time.
If you could buy anything in the world, whether that's physical, digital, a service, an experience, and it's for sale, what would you buy?
Ooh, damn. One thing or an experience? if it was one thing that I would want to buy, honestly, it's a house.
Nice. All right. Listen, everything counts. All right. And number 5, and I think you kind of answered this before, but have you ever cried at a movie? And if so, which one?
I have cried at. I'm emotional. I'm a cancer. I'm one of the emotional cancers. I cry in my streams. At one point, that my stream was known. If Rocko doesn't cry in the stream, it's not a Rocko stream. If Rocko doesn't cry, the one actually not for sale. If there was, okay, the movie I cried in, last movie or just the movie I cried?
He cries all the damn time.
I'll tell you right now.
Okay, all right, I'll give you an example. A movie without fail. Well, now I'm just an emotional wreck shop. But before, the movie that I cry at, Milo and Otis. I don't know what it is about that damn cat and dog movie, but I remember watching that and bawling my eyes out.
Okay, my girl. If you don't cry when Thomas James dies, you have no soul.
That is true. Yep.
And she's like, he needs his glasses. He can't see without his. Oh my God. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't cry in that movie
you're
at
gonna
all,
make me cry right now, man. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, yes, let's take a drink for that. Big facts.
yes. That movie is so amazing. I love My Girl. I haven't seen that movie in a while, but it's such a great movie.
That would be a good. That's like a good movie to watch. I gotta watch that again. I gotta tee that one up. That's good. I like it. All right, sir. Well, before we go, a Bambi. CBD Bambi.
Of course, Savvy would cry at Bambi.
Who wouldn't? You're in.
Okay, quick question. Titanic. Did you cry at Titanic? I did. Did you cry at Titanic? Any of you guys in the chat right now, did y'all cry at Titanic?
Well, hold on, wait. I will say I did shed a tear for the musicians when they were playing the music. My dad is a professional.
Oh, yes.
So my dad was a professional musician. He passed away in January of 2020, right before COVID went bonkers. And like anything with a musical interlude, like it really it will get me. And like that's what this tattoo that I have here, or if anybody can see, hold on, wait, there it is. It's a I can't, what the hell, there we go. It's a it's a G clef for him, so I got this one for him. But it's anything with music. So that scene I did tear up at.
Yeah, that's listening to them, and they just kept playing as everyone's freaking out and screaming. Oh my God, that's
And then I was like, oh, the boat's sinking. This is cool. However they did this was awesome.
Yeah.
But seriously, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Of course,
this has been months in the making, and I am really, really glad that we finally linked up and did it. And it was just something I was so excited to do with you. And seriously, thank you. Thank you to everybody that's been in the chat, that's hung out with us this entire time and have listened to us go on and on about everything. I hope everybody really enjoyed finding out a little bit more about our very special guest, DJ Rocko. Now, Rocko, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to turn this over to you. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what you're doing. What's your stream schedule like? Please feel free to plug everything and anything. Tell us what you're working on.
All right. Tomorrow, today actually was also the homie DJ Meister's birthday. So I've known Meister for many years, and I was asked to be on his Twitch crawl tomorrow. So we will be doing that. A little later in the day, off the top of my head, I can't remember the exact time. Ashley, if you can possibly put that in the chat, please. I forgot what time we said we're starting. So we're part of the crawl tomorrow. We're doing that. I'm currently in the process of updating my photography website. I'm going to be including a lot more of recent work and just really doing my best to build that side of my career and my passion for photography and just everything that I love about it. And I am and also, you know what? I'm coming to California soon. in a few weeks. So we're going to probably putting together a small meet. All the details will be shared in that in the coming weeks before that happens. So definitely look forward to actually physically meeting some of our Cali folks and the people that have been riding with us for quite some time.
I love it. That is awesome. Ash put in the chat 12:45 PST. Awesome. That is amazing. And then what's your stream schedule? So when are you streaming? I know it's Pink Wednesdays.
Tomorrow's Pink Wednesday. Thursday schedule is Latin, but not only is it Latin, but we're also going to be it's Veterans Day. So we are going to be kind of dedicating parts of the stream or throughout the stream our love to the vets and the men and women that serve in the military. My oldest son is actually in the Navy. So what I ask of our viewers is if you have family members that have served or are currently serving, please feel free to send me, DM me their pictures. I'm going to put together a video, and that's basically going to be the background for the stream on Thursday.
That's awesome.
And the stream kicks off at 10 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. 11 o'clock Mountain, I know what the time changed now, 12 o'clock here in Dallas, and 1 o'clock on the East Coast, and that's on Thursday.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing. Awesome. Well, again, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody that came through tonight. I can run through this entire chat, but I seriously have to say thank you to everybody. I want to say continue to grow the community too. Please follow each other, follow everybody on this chat, because this is how we continue to make the community grow. Please follow DJ Rocko if you're not already following him. I think everybody here is, but if you're lurking and you weren't chatting, make sure that you give him a follow. Follow the Daily Cocktail. We love the support, and seriously, we wouldn't be doing this without all of you. We appreciate all of the support, everybody that's been here. The recipe for the pink drink, Cisco Kid, I am going to be posting that later on tonight. I have to do some fancy Lightroom edits to the picture, and then Rocko, I'll send you the picture too, and we'll decide and we'll post it.
We'll both. I'll make sure that the recipe does get posted on my page as well. Yep. So, but make sure you guys are following the Daily Cocktail on Instagram, and if you're not already on Twitch, then you need to right now while you're here. But yeah, and then I'll be adding it actually in the story. I'm just gonna post the picture. I'm not gonna post the recipe. We're calling it the pink. What is it? We're calling it
Everything Pink.
Everything Pink. Everything Pink. Okay.
Everything Pink.
Everything Pink. That's the official name. I'm gonna post it in my story. It's been sitting here the entire time. I'm just gonna type called Everything Pink, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll have the recipe and everything soon.
Yes, definitely. And again, thank you so much to the chat. Thank you very much to you, sir, for coming on. Thank you for everything that you've done.
It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me on. And I honestly, I love the fact that we got to do this. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Ashley. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm gonna make one during the day for tomorrow.
Go for it, man. Do it. Do it. Anybody I love when people really enjoy the cocktails. I want to make you something that you're gonna like, and I'm glad that you really enjoyed it. I was thinking about something after I was watching the stream when you had Fools Rush In, and I was listening to everything, and I'm like, oh man, I'm just getting ideas. I wish I knew you were allergic to watermelon. I probably would have made a different turn, but
it wouldn't have mattered. It honestly wouldn't have mattered. I still would have done it.
Listen, you didn't die, so we're good.
No, I mean my sinuses are clear, but I'm good. Other than that, I didn't die. I'm still here.
There you go. Oh, look at that, perfect. CBD, Everything Pink with the 360 Candy Party. All right, sir. So we have a few seconds left before we start rating out. Anywhere particular we want to send the chat? Where do we want to go?
Let's see who's still on. Let's send it over to DJ Stress TV.
DJ Stress TV. Put it in the actually, Ash and CBD, you guys have mod powers. If you want to, I don't follow him. Oh my gosh! All right. So whoever takes us over to that raid, can someone start a raid for me?
DJ Stress. Let's send it over to Stress.
All right, let's send it over to Stress.
Pretty please, ladies. Pretty please.
Pretty please. They're not even my mods, and I'm like, hey guys, can you send a raid for me?
That's where Ashley and Savvy are like, we don't work for you.
Hold on, DJ Stress TV.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that it? I think so.
Yep, that's it.
Perfect. All right, everybody, stick around for the raid. When you jump in the chat, make sure that you use the Daily Cocktail emotes or use the DJ Rocko emotes. Show some love to DJ Stress. And again, thank you so much to everybody that stayed through for tonight. Thank you to the entire chat. Rocko, dude, seriously, thank you so much. This was amazing. Had so much fun. And man, this is just the beginning. I can't wait for you to come out to California. We can actually
Absolutely.
meet up in real person, in real life. I'll make you one of
Yes.
these in person.
Absolutely. I
And
look forward to it.
and we'll keep talking. We'll keep chatting. Your bar family, everybody's family here, and we appreciate it. And have an amazing night to everybody. Stay for the raid, and we will see you guys in the stream. And wish you all a great week ahead.
Have a
Thank
great
you,
night,
everybody.
everybody. Thank you
Have
guys
an
so much.
awesome night.
Love your faces.
Let's
See ya.
go. Boom. All right. Is that?